friends, welcome back to our next episode. Welcome back to the What's the Story channel, diving into the lore of World of Warcraft in the most literal sense right now, because we are doing Lorewalker Chose the Lorewalking quests that are found specifically here in Dornegal that has popped up here in the new patch 11.1.7. And we did Zalatath's story in our previous video, and now we are going to do the Ethereals. So we're going to see exactly what the story is with the Ethereals this time around. And if you may recall, the epilogue of the Undermine story was it's the Ethereal that we were tricked into handing the Darkheart over to. We thought that he was in cahoots with Zalatath. Apparently they are not in cahoots, so the Ethereals have a hold of the Darkheart right now, and we need to find out why they have it, and Zalatath does not. And I have a feeling we're going to find out exactly what is going on in that little realm right there when it comes to this sort of thing.
Every good story needs a hero.
So, the Ethereals, right, mysterious and elusive. The Ethereals that have traveled to our world speak little of their history, yet there is much to be learned from the few things they do choose to share. Alright, well, and take on the appearance of a Karachi. That's the toy for that one. Nice, alright. Well, let's go ahead and get to it.
You are the Ethereals. Enshrouded in mystery. We first encountered them in Outland.
Yes.
But that was not where they originated.
Yes, all those years ago.
Karesh was destroyed long ago by a monstrous creature of the void. Left to their own devices, the Ethereals traveled the cosmos in search of trade, knowledge, and vengeance for their beloved home.
Yes, revenge for their home being destroyed by, I can't remember the character's name. They touched on that at the very beginning of this expansion when we first started hooking up with Illyria, and we saw her ethereal mentor of sorts in kind of the prologue to the whole thing, where he talks about the Ethereals losing their homeland to a giant Void Lord or something like that. And that Void Lord is maybe somebody that we fight down the line, perhaps in the midnight, or not, but we'll find out one way or the other. Alright, so tell me about the Protectorates.
Now listen closely to my tale. Our story begins with the Protectorate, a group of Ethereals who had gathered in Netherstone.
Oh, this is part of the Netherstorm story, which I barely remember. God, it has been years upon years since I did anything in Netherstorm. And I keep meaning to go back there too. There are a couple of things that I have left unfinished. Still never got the mount from the final boss in the Eye, and that has irked me for a very long time. I still need to go back and get that. Every couple of years, I'll do a little mount farming and try and go for it again, and it never works out well for me. Alright, so we are here with an Ethereal by the name of Commander Amir. And this is going to be a good refresher course for me, because I can barely remember any of the stuff that happened with the Ethereals, because I started playing, as I mentioned in previous videos, back in Lich King, and I only did I did most of the Netherstorm quests, I believe, but I can't remember all of them. So let's go ahead and get to it. Alright, and Commander Amir says, "What do you know about Ethereals, fleshling? You undoubtedly view us all in the same light, oblivious to the conflicts and struggles between the differing factions. Perhaps it is time for an introduction. I am Commander Amir of the Protectorate, Also, your only hope of resolving the infestation of both void creatures and Ethereum in this area. Alright, so what are the Ethereum? The Ethereum were the ruling class of Ethereals on my homeworld of Karash. Tragically, we're forced to evacuate Karash shortly before Void Lord Demencius unleashed his... That's the guy's name. Void Lord Demencius. Alright, unleashed his void armies upon the world and utterly decimated all that stood in his way. For this act, the Ethereum vowed vengeance. They have been tracking Demencius ever since. The Protectorate, however, were not a reaction to Demencius. We were a reaction to the Ethereum. I don't understand. What do you mean, Amir? Alright, the Ethereum have grown dark, twisted. Vengeance has become their only recourse, and any that would stand in their way or not join their cause are considered enemies. Many saw that the Ethereum were plummeting into madness and left. Several of the Nexus Princes and the Ethereum Council abandoned the Ethereum to form other groups and factions with different goals. The Consortium are one such example of an offshoot group. The Protectorate are a number. And I remember doing rep for the Consortium back in the day, all those years ago. Alright, so what is your purpose? We feel that the Ethereum are as great a threat to our existence as Demencius. Both must be stopped. I think I understand now. Can I help with any of this? The Ethereum and void creatures are a threat to our survival as well. Alright, so now we move on to his quest. And that is the Ethereum. And the commander says, directly south of here you will find the Ethereum staging grounds. The Ethereum are there, preparing for something. Perhaps an assault on Ultras. We can't take any chances though, warrior. Break through their perimeter defenses and take out their training facility. Once you've destroyed their soldiers and Captain Silvax, locate Ethereum Transporter Zeta and use it to establish contact with me to get your next set of orders. Alright, so we're gonna kill a whole bunch of stuff. We're gonna kill assassins and shock troopers. Basically all the baddies in the area, and Captain Zovax, who was kind of the leader of that whole group right there. Alright, and then activate Ethereum Transporter Zeta.
The Ethereum, a ruling class once united in purpose, had fractured. The Protectorate suspected treachery, but more investigation was necessary.
Alright, well, let's get to it. Bunch of folks in the area taking these clowns out. Oh, for crying out loud.
It's too far away.
Maybe. Okay, so I should have Zovax here. Oh, that's okay. That's the thing I gotta use in a minute. Supposedly, though, this is where the other thing is supposed to be. That's weird. Huh? There's Zovax. I didn't want to kill him too early, so at least a few other guys here could get credit for the kill. Alright, we must gather whatever data stored. Alright. And, alright, that was it. Okay. And the next quest from Commander Amir is Ethereum data. He says, look around you, fleshling. Very close to this transponder should be an Ethereum data cell. Locate that data cell, open it, and retrieve the contents. Bring it back to the transponder at once. So, retrieve the data cell and give it back to the commander.
Are meticulous record keepers. Evidence of the Ethereum's treachery had to exist somewhere.
Alright, easy as pie. At the data cell. You hold the data cell out so Amir can read the plans. Nothing, damn them, they're clever, but not as clever as Amir. What I'm about to ask you is quite dangerous. I will understand if you don't want to continue, fleshling. Of course I want to continue. And the new quest from Commander Amir is potential for brain damage equals high. Okay. And he says they're using relays to transfer information around the staging grounds. There is only one way for you to see these relays and extract the information they hold. Unfortunately, doing so may cause you irreparable brain damage. If you're still interested, you'll need to slay Ethereum here at the staging grounds and take their essences. Once you have an essence, drink it down. It will Oh, come on. What the heck? Alright, there we go. Alright. Alright, let's see. You'll need a slave Ethereum here in this area. Once you have an essence, drink it down. It will temporarily allow you to see an Ethereum relay, giving you enough time to destroy a relay and extract the information. So we're going to recover 15 pieces of relay data.
Of course, it was not that simple. The Ethereum used relays to exchange information, which meant that one had to intercept the relays to extract that information as evidence.
There we go. Now I can see the relays. There we are.
I don't have a target. I know.
Really done it this time. Alright. Alright. 2 more should do it because it's dropping 2 on each.
I'm on.
Alright, this will be the last one. Should be anyway. Yes, it is. Very good. Alright. Oh, for crying out loud. Get off of me. Covered the relay data? Yes, I have. The Protectorate's reason for... Oh, yes. The Protectorate's reason for existence is now fully realized. The Ethereum are not here to hunt Dementius. They are here to become void. They are manipulating the void energy at this mana forge to bond their own energy into a creature known as the Nexus Stalker, which, if memory serves, was a boss in a dungeon that we faced at some point. Alright, they are undoubtedly using a proto-accelerator to complete the transformation. Alright. And the new quest from Amir is delivering the message, and he says the Ethereum are using void energy to turn themselves into an abomination known as a Nexus Stalker. We must destroy the Mana Forge energy tube powering the proto-accelerator. I'm sending one of my demolitionists out to place a disruption device. Oh, for crying out loud. Come on. Get back in there. Place a direction. Just make sure no harm comes to him as he's placing the disruptor. Keep him protected. He will not fight back if enemies attack him, as he is only a holographic image, but the image can be destroyed. So we're going to oh, this is one of the escort missions. Okay. So escort the Protectorate Demolitionist to the Maniforge Ultras Conduit and protect him while he sabotages the pipeline.
Unthinkable, but true. The Ethereum was attempting to embrace the very same void that had destroyed the Ethereal homeworld so long ago. Oh, their efforts had to be stopped.
By the second son of Karash, look at this place. I can only imagine what Salhadar is planning. Come on, let's keep going. With this much void waste and a runoff, a toxic void horror can't be too far behind. Look there, fleshlings, Saladar's conduits. He's keeping well fed. Looks like my work here is done. Report back to the... Oh, no. That's not... That's somebody else's image. This is mine. Alright, keep me protected while I plant this disruptor. This shouldn't take very long. Alright. Back up, and the conduit is destroyed. With just 3 little lights. My work here is done. Report back to the hollow image of Amir over at the transponder. Okay, will do. Thanks to you, their plans are in ruin. Now, only one thing remains. Salhadar. He's the one behind all of the chicanery over here. Nexus King Salhadar. I have in my possession another disruptor, one capable of destroying the 3 conduits that surround Salhadar. Once the conduits are destroyed, Saladar's protective force fields will be down. For this act, he will strike at you with a ferocity you have never seen before. Never before witnessed, Pathalion. If you are willing to rid the world of Salhadar, I will give you the disruptor. Use the Protectorate disruptor to bring down Saladar's force field. And then slay him, I'm guessing. And then destroy Nexus King Salhadar. Yes, okay. Oh, for crying out loud. Come on. There we go. Is that... no? Huh. Alright. Power control this.
It is too far away.
So I have to
I need to get closer.
place this and protect this at one of Saladar's power conduits.
I'm out of range.
Yeah, but I'm here. Okay, there we... oh, there we go. Okay.
It's too far away.
That's weird.
I need to get closer.
For crying out loud.
I'm out of range.
Oh. Has he been? Yes, he's been. Okay. Alright. Thankfully he was summoned by other folks in the area. We got him down. We got him taken care of. Alright. The Ethereum will prevail. Oh, come on. Get up there. There we go. Is he really dead? Destroyed? It has been 1,000 years, maybe more, since Saladar began his crusade. Oh, come on. Come on. Come on. It has been 1,000 years, maybe more, since Saladar began his crusade to exterminate all that would stand in his way. I can hardly believe that this is the last we will see of him. You have done us all a great service, and for that you will be rewarded.
Although Saladar may have been defeated, there was an even greater threat to contend with. Dimensius.
Alright. So,
How does today find you?
I have more questions about the Ethereals. Alright, tell me no. Well, this is... No, that's all. That's just... This is stuff that we've already covered. Okay. Let's just get to it. Tell me about Dimensius.
I know that. Always be learning. Long ago, Dimensius shattered the ethereal homeworld of Garesh. And now, he threatened Outland as well. The Protectorate would not let this happen.
Alright, we cover 4 fragments of Dimensius. Alright, so Professor Dabiri is now the one that we're taking quests from. And his quest is Recipe for Destruction. And he says, atop Manaforge Ultras lies the tear in the nether that Void Lord Dimensius came through. That tear provides Dimensius with a link to the Void, rendering him immune to physical harm. If we can get a lock on the conduit that Dimensius is using to keep himself phased out of this plane of existence, we can destroy it and then destroy Dimensius. To do this, we're going to first need you to collect fragments of Dimensius from the void creatures that he sends out to do his dirty work. Alright, so we'll cover 4 fragments of Dimensius, plain and simple. Nothing too tough about that. Oh, man. Get a little drink there. Alright, and let's hop on up. Alright, so we got anything in the air? Fragments of Dimensius. Yet another thing where we gotta wait for all this stuff to respawn and whatnot. Okay, here we go. Is that sleeping sludge? Do these guys drop anything? Probably not. I don't think so, actually. No, doesn't look like it. I don't see anything. No, it's... aha! Okay, from a Void Wraith. Here we go. Oh, he... crying out loud. Oh, what a guy. Oh, look. Never hurts to do a little mining along the way. There we go. There's somebody we can attack. Ooh, and a Motive Shadow. I remember collecting these guys. That's something to pass over to Zorn. Alright. No quest item, though. No, there's none there. Here we go. Does this Void Wraith have one? Nope. Well, there's Dimensius right there. Alright, well, so we're going to have to fight him eventually, but not just yet. Not just yet. There's one. Alright. Finally got one. I got a feeling this may take a few minutes, guys, so bear with me. You know, it has been so long since I've been inside Netherstorm. This was, you know, an old friend of mine that was a fellow WoW player. Many years ago, I remember we having a discussion about the layout of this particular zone. Oh, for crying out loud. There we go, up to 3. Just need one more. One more, baby. I know the quest is done. I just saw an old school mining vein because I don't have too many things of corium in my vein. Wow, none of my alliance tombs have any corium. My goodness. All right. All right. We'll have to pass that over to one of my other miners, like probably my engineer. I'll hand it over to Gilrock. All right. Finally, the quest is done. Now we can turn this sucker in. Here we go. All right. Have you collected enough fragments? Yes, I have. Recipe for destruction. Excellent. With these fragments, we can calibrate a bomb that will destroy the void conduit atop Ultras. With the void conduit destroyed, Dimensius' connection within the void will be served, and he will be left defenseless. All right. So, and now we will face Dimensius. Alright, Dimensius the All Devouring. Your brave actions have forced Amir to react. He has deployed Captain Sayed and the Avengers. Now all that is left is to destroy Dimensius. When you are ready, I will call for Saeed. If he is not currently fighting another battle, he will be awaiting orders from you directly east of here. Let him know that you are ready to fight, and he will put his troops in motion. I wish you luck, Fleshling. We have hunted Dimensius for 1,000 years. Well, today's the day. Today's the day he goes down. So speak with Captain Saeed, following his army to the Maniforge Islands, and kill Dimensius the All-Devouring.
The Protectorate used the fragments of Dimensius to disable a conduit that gave Dimensius a link to the Void and physical immunity. Only then could they launch a final assault.
All right. Here's Captain Saeed. He says, Fleshling, I am Captain Saeed of the Protectorate, and these soldiers that stand by me are my Avengers. We await orders from the Fleshling who destroyed the Void Conduit. Oh, that Fleshling's word. I'm sorry. On that Fleshling's word, we will make our way up to Dimensius' lair and wait for the word to make a final strike. Too long it has been. The Void Lord will soon face our combined might. I am that Fleshling, Saeed. Let's go. You heard the Fleshling. Move out. And now we gotta stay with him. Oh, no, okay. I guess we can just cheat and fly over to him then. Alright. And somebody's already somebody just took him out. Alright, so it's now or never, soldiers. Let's do this for Koresh, for the Protectorate. Wait for him to respawn here. There he is. The time for your destruction has finally come, Dimensius. And he has a time only has meaning to mortals. Insect Dimensius is infinite. Got him. That's all there is to it, plain and simple. We are victorious. Dimensius is no more. Report back to the Professor, hero. Alright, for 1,000 years we have all we have known is conflict. We have defended our people from the attacks of both void creature and ethereal alike. Now one of our most hated enemies lies dead, finally. I give you thanks of 100 million Ethereals, fleshling.
It was done. Dimensius was defeated. Though some questioned whether he was truly gone.
Well, I think we know what that means. That means he's not truly gone. Alright, with Saladar and Dimensius defeated, it can seem the largest problems facing the Ethereals had at last been solved. Or have they?
Eyes open.
Alright. So, and we have our next quest, which is Lorewalking Locust Walker. And the Locust Walker is the, if memory serves, I believe that is the mentor of sorts to Illyria that we met at the beginning of the expansion, which I think we may have met in a previous expansion as well. I think we may have met him in Legion, when Illyria first gained the powers of the Void. So, let's go ahead and get to it. While the Protectorate of Outland may have stopped Dimensius and Saladar, the Ethereum remained, and as Saladar had wished, they chose to embrace the Void. Not just embrace it, become it. It twisted them into shadows of themselves, consumed with the pursuit of power. But there was one Ethereal, Locust Walker, who sought to harness the Void for more altruistic purposes. His history is intertwined with an elf from our world, Illyria Windrunner. Yes, I was correct. It is the Locust Walker. Okay, I did have that character right. So, follow it shows guidance to learn about the Void Ethereals.
The Ethereum may have sought the Void for the sake of power, but one Ethereal learned to wield it for more altruistic purposes. Hello.
Alright, tell me about the Void Ethereals. Alright, let's see what we got.
At least he would have us believe. We first met Locust Walker on Argus, where he reunited with his former student.
Yes.
Illyria Windrunner.
Okay. Yes, alright. I do recognize this, and this is right around the corner from Seat of the Triumvirate. Yes, and this is where she gets the power of the Void.
What news?
Alright, we speak with Illyria, and her quest here is Throwing Shade. She says, Pavilion, Locust Walker taught me all I need to know about the Void, and he still has more to teach me. If he is here, then the Ethereal's presence only intrigues me further. I had thought him the only one of his kind, but now that I have seen another tangling with the Void... Come, we must play this game if we want to learn what he knows. He appears to have gone towards the Umbra Hollows to the north. So we're going to investigate the Umbra Hollows with Illyria and
the
Locust Walker.
Can be in this way.
I have something I want to show you, but we mustn't be seen. Follow.
Explain yourself first.
Such impatience. I believe you will find the answers you seek on the other side.
Okay, we have to go through the void tear. Oh, I remember this quest. Alright, this is, yeah, we gotta go through this area while we're shrouded in darkness, while we're in stealth mode, and we're just gonna make sure we don't get the attention of the enemies, and we click the necessary things. So, I hear the Viceroy finally took that meddling priest. Ah, pity he did not kill the elf and her ally, too. Alright, so this is the dismantled portal. There's plenty of material for you to harvest. Let none of it go to waste. I've got to very carefully go through here so we don't get these folks.
Show yourself.
No.
How industriously they work. A pity they will be overtaken.
I sense a little disappointment. Was I really your best student?
Alright, here's the image of Saprish. I will not give Locust Walker the satisfaction of disrupting our efforts. Capture him at all costs. Do what you like with the Fleshling and her ally. They are of no concern. Alright, so that's one of our little baddies that we have to face. Alright, this is...
I had hoped to find at least one promising soul on this rock.
I have not turned away from that.
Alright. Almost there. Now we view the Void Forge. And Shadow Guard Voidcaster yells out, "Our work is nearly complete. Soon all of Argus will fall to darkness." Not if I can help it. Alright.
I need to finish what I started, Locust Walker.
Can you, though? With your attachments?
Alright.
What are you talking about?
Yes, your attachments
Greetings.
to the world of the normals. Alright, Illyria seems momentarily speechless.
We do what we must for those we love.
And we got 2 new quests. We have one from Locust Walker and one from Illyria. The one from Illyria is Sources of Darkness, and she says, "I think I understand what he's trying to show us, Palthalion. I feel a surge of power building ahead. They must be cultivating the void, calling it here. We need to stop them before they plunge this entire city into shadow. Find the source and cut it by any means necessary. Locust Walker and I have unfinished business to attend to, so we're going to deactivate 5 gold
He
harvesters."
Rebellion trusts me to make hard decisions, and I him.
I am not talking about trust. How can you expect to embrace the shadow with the light shining so brightly at your side?
Alright.
Without the light, there is no shadow, teacher.
And the quest from Locust Walker is the Shadow Guard Incursion. And he says, "As you have surely gathered by now..." Hold on. Crying all out. Big old sneeze. That got me out of nowhere right there. "As you have surely gathered by now, a certain subset of my people have tragically succumbed to the call of the void. I had hoped to find more who possessed that necessary strength of mind. I am disappointed to find such an utter lack of resistance. It cannot be helped. To advance your cause and mine, we will need to eradicate these weak-willed beings. So we're going to slay 15 Shadow Guard Ethereals."
Embrace the void.
Alright.
Lest it consume.
Let's get to it. Shadow Guard hunting. Here we go. Oh, yes. I remember this area. This was fun to just cut my way through back in the day.
The whispers demand your death. had hoped that there were others of his kind interested in his studies, but the Shadow God were too far gone. They had let the call of the void consume them entirely. And this was all the evidence Valeria needed to prove just how dangerous attempting to master the void would be. But perhaps it was worth the danger.
I need one more harvester to deactivate.
Oblivion.
Okay, there they are. They're north of here. I got them now. You know, if you were not high enough level going through here, it was very easy to get overwhelmed by these guys. I can remember on a couple of my lower level tunes when I was trying to level them up. I got crushed big time. All the higher level tunes I did just fine with, but man, you brought a lower level tune through this area, you were in trouble big time. Can I fly here or not? I cannot. Okay.
Welcomes you.
I did not think I was able to fly. I don't know. Not a big deal. Oh, come on.
Too far away. I serve the end of all things.
Yes, you do. All right, here we go.
We each walk a line. Choose yours.
We buy time,
Aim
nothing
true.
more.
I represent an alternative.
Giggity. The Shadow Guard encouraged. It is good to know that we can share a common goal. Perhaps I will find use for you, your kind yet.
Your sanity.
And there's our big baddie that we got to take out. All right, a vessel more ready. Locust Walker, that's his quest. His new quest is a vessel made ready, and he says, after some consideration, I have decided to show Illyria another opportunity to pursue her destiny. I suppose you want to know what that means, mortal. And he laughs. Meet us deep in the Shadow Guard camp ahead. My brethren are preparing a summons that will provide adequate energy for Windrunner to begin again. Witness what happens when you harness the Void's power. So defeat Nalathoth and collect his heart, the heart of Nalathoth. Though only a demigod, Nalathoth's presence haunts the dark corners of Eridath.
Do go.
All right.
Well, Windrunner, what say you?
Oh,
Show
come
me
on.
the path. I am ready to walk
Okay.
it.
Okay, we gotta go through the Void Tear.
Right this way.
Into the Void Tear we go. All right.
I can't!
The void shows only half. Fight, curse you.
I won't let you. I am not yours to claim.
And hopefully that should do it. Yep.
Be gone, wretched darkness.
Be sure to collect our prize, Fleshling. I
There we go.
tend to Illyria.
Alright. Easy to take him out when there's a couple other players here to help me.
The
Alright.
heart of a demigod. This is no mere token, Illyria. Take it,
Nice.
and you will be one step closer to your destiny.
I see the path clearly, Pelthalion.
Farewell, I understand. Thank you. Both of you.
Alright, so Illyria says... let's see, she takes the heart in her hands. This is the next step, Pelthalion. Thank you for bringing me to this point.
The shadows can be an ally
Alright.
if controlled.
Alright. And Locust Walker. Alright. Locust Walker's intentions do indeed seem to be good, though there are those who question both him and Illyria to this day.
Unlike the Shadow God, Locust Walker mastered the void without succumbing to its whispers. And he then taught Illyria how to do the same.
All right. So, let's see the next step in the growth of the lessons that are taught to Madame Valeria. And let's see. The next quest from Lorewalker Cho is Lorewalking the Brokers.
Every good story needs a hero.
And Lorewalker Cho says, the Ethereals are most fascinating, indeed. But in my studies, I have encountered. I gotta try to do the Lorewalker Cho voice. But in my studies, I have encountered another race of creatures who share many similarities with the Ethereals. I feel we should speak with them as well. The brokers. They share a nomadic nature, a desire to collect rare and unusual antiquities, and a penchant for trade. Yet the brokers do not exist on Azeroth. Instead, they dwell in the Shadowlands, the land of death. Follow Cho's guidance to learn about the brokers. Alright. Oh, the brokers! Yes! Oh, those brokers! The brokers of Tazavesh! Yes, indeed. All right, so we get a little foresight into that category of ethereal.
Interestingly, the Ethereals share many of their unique traits with another group we have encountered, the Brokers.
All right.
Greetings.
Tell me about
Tread
brokers.
lightly. The brokers were first encountered not in any ordinary city, but in Oribos, a city in the realm of death. There, they offered trade, bargains, and opportunities.
Yes, and there is host Tarella. Welcome, Lorewalker. Please avail yourself of our amenities, or as our gracious host might say, may the purpose be your way. What kind of stuff do we do? Okay, yes, the old pomegranates, all that jazz. Let's sell some of this stuff to clean my bags up here just a tad.
Always a pleasure.
Alright, the Alley Cat of Oribos.
Fortune and wealth.
Ah, Lorewalker, I have a message. An individual has a proposition for you. Specifically, I know nothing of the details, only that they asked you to meet them toward the back of Adelia. So, meet with mysterious contact in Oribos.
Come back if you need anything.
Alright, we gotta go outside, and he's on the rim out here, I believe. No, he's inside. Okay. Is he? Oh, he's downstairs. Okay. That's where I gotta go. Oh, no, there he is. He's right there. Alright. It's a pleasure to meet you.
I am Aldelir, a humble collector of artifacts, here to present you with an opportunity.
Aldalil.
Alir of Cartel Soul seeks to acquire a dangerous relic. It would benefit us both if she did not.
Oh, come on. Complete the quest, crying out loud.
Cartel Al thanks you for your patronage.
Alright. We have 2 new quests. Alright, and the first one is Insider
Let me
Trading.
know if you need anything.
I am the foremost expert on broker culture. However, relationships between cartels are complicated and unstable. Cartel Soul holds a small presence here in Oribos, which means the other cartels may have knowledge that I do not. Ask around. With your renown, surely they'll have whatever information that we are missing. So speak with various broker cartels around
Good luck
Oribos.
with your adventures.
And things being kept up. The leader of Cartel Soul represents a great danger to the Shadowlands, Lorewalker. Her name is Solea. She seeks to assemble an artifact from the first ones and use the power for selfish ends. Pieces of the relic are said to be hidden on your homeworld. Brokers have never before found their way here, but if Solea does, then Azeroth too is imperiled. We must intercept her. There is cargo nearby marked for Cartel Soul. cartel. Perhaps the manifest will give us clues as to their leader's whereabouts. So find the shipment manifest belonging to Cartel So. Now, if memory serves, that shipment is on the outside rim. How do I get out of here? Is that no? Hold on a second. Yeah, okay, that's where I'm going. That's where I'm going. Alright. Oh, man. I know not too many people cared for the Shadowlands expansion, but it was very visually beautifully done in many aspects. I love the city of Oribos. It's just got a fantastic look and vibe to it. Do you recall anything in the moment of death, Arasu? I was talking in oh, these are the 4 horsemen that we met. Alright. So, Sodana. Alright, so this is... Alright, so right here is where we're supposed to get the shipments, and probably gotta wait for a respawn of the item. There we go. Oh, here we go.
You there! That is the melody of Cartel Stop!
There we go. Got it. Got the manifest. Alright. The bulk of Cartel So's wares seem to be marked for delivery to a place named Tassafesh. Yes. Alright, now let's get inside and talk to the other cartel members. And bear with me while we run around and take care of all this BS. Alright, let's see. So sword.
Everything is negotiable.
Oh, there's that. Alright. Alright, these are things that I'm gonna have to pick up eventually. I need to remember to come back here so I can buy this stuff.
Until our next transaction.
Alright, so
For you, I offer only the finest.
what can you tell me about Cartel So?
Like a hard one.
It seemed as though the different broker cartels were just as varied as the Ethereals, as was each cartel's motive for doing business.
How may I assist? Death is the ultimate transaction.
How may I assist?
Can you tell me about Cartel So?
You have been seen with Aldalin. A word of caution. Choose your friends carefully, and your enemies more so.
Alright. Word of warning from the other cartels.
All goods and services for sale.
Emissary Basilk. How may I be of service to your kind? I trust my kin have found ways to make our stay more comfortable. What can you tell me about
Remember,
Cartel So?
we have little to gain from lesser cartels. Whatever cartel Al and Cartel So are bickering over, It is not our concern.
Alright, and finally, at long last, Cartel Ta.
You honor me with your
With Taridan. Welcome to our bazaar. We are here to serve.
Cartel Ta avoids meddling in the affairs of others. It is to protect business. I am sure you understand.
Yeah, sure. Everyone, no, nobody wants to get involved. Not our business. So, you're tough out of luck. All right. All right, let's sneak back on over here. All right.
I know the way to whatever you seek.
The Shadowlands contain many secrets.
Good luck with your adventures.
Alright, how rude. They should be aware of who they're talking to. I apologize for my kin, Walker.
Let me know if you...
Have you found anything? Tazavesh, the Veiled Market. An interesting choice of locations.
Cartel Al, thanks for your patronage.
And the new quest from Al-Dalil. Dalil is seeking smugglers, and he says, we brokers have found that it is our best our best interest to remain mobile and discreet. A number of our cities and outposts are tucked away in the in-between, capable of moving from place to place. Much to my chagrin, it seems that I have lost track of Tazavesh. I believe our best course of action is to ask Cartel Ta for access. They pride themselves on keeping track of such things. Let's try our luck with those at Night Market at Revendresh. They may be more forthcoming than their Ouroboros kin. So we're going to speak with Tanla at the identifier at the Night Market.
Tazavesh can be an elusive city to reach, but surely someone at the Night Market will aid our journey.
Alright. So, tell me about the... Oh, well, is there anything more about the... No, that's
Eyes open.
stuff we already found.
Always be learning.
Alright. Tell me more about the Night Market.
Jade serpent guide you.
And we get transported to the Night Market.
The night market resided in Revendreth, another land of the dead. It was also perhaps the place where coordinates for the mysterious city of Tazavesh could be found.
Alright. Friends have been usually taciturn. Perhaps you will have more luck.
You have my
Right.
undivided attention.
Have you come to barter? I have many identities in my possession that could be yours for the right price.
I know our endeavors will prove profitable.
You seek information. That requires a transaction.
This realm offers...
Alright, and we have a quest from Tanla called Above My Station.
Death is the ultimate transaction.
And he says, while I indeed know the location of the Veiled Market, I fear I can do little in terms of providing you with transportation to it. In return for your assistance with the task, I can send you to someone who can assist us both. There is a bounty hunter at transfer station, Ta, a broker enclave in Bastion. She is better suited to help you, and he owes me a shipment. Speak with Taoka and tell him that Tanil sent ya. For your convenience, I can offer use of a portal. After all, we are partners, yes? So take the portal out at the Night Market and speak with Taoka.
This realm, your help is most appreciated. I am quite overwhelmed at the moment, as you can see.
Alright, let's go ahead and take the portal. Ah, my goodness. Hopefully this isn't too much longer.
Information was not so easily procured. Thus began a journey to yet another realm of the dead.
Crying out loud.
This time, the idyllic hills of Bastion, home of the winged Ethereal.
Alright. And there's Taoka.
Your patronage is always appreciated.
Taoku. Alright, and the bounty hunter has a quest for us called Dead Drop, and he says, Tania requested something very specific on behalf of a client. The Kyrian have been working on a new type of centurion they call an aquilon. I sent some of our trade specialists to retrieve the prototype in question, but they have yet to return. Until I have the item, there is obviously no way I can ship it to Tania. Perhaps we can help one another. If you can locate the aquilon and bring it here, I will help you reach Tazavesh. So we're going to retrieve the prototype aquilon.
Remember, everything has value.
He's inside here? Yes, inside the
We
repository.
may have to use force. I'm excited to see you in action.
Bunch of folks here waiting for the respawn. Alright, got it. Alright.
It can fly.
Oh, there's buttons. Oh, I remember this whole thing.
I
Okay,
acquired some
button.
blueprints from one of the smugglers. Let me see.
Okay, a button the lever and bonk it on the head. Alright. I remember this now, yes.
There are no operating instructions. Try hitting it. A sharp strike to the head always works. There are no operating instructions. Try hitting it. Use the lever, more Walker. Use the lever, more Walker.
Alright, got it.
May I tempt you with my wares?
This will put us back on schedule.
Perhaps now would be a good time for me to mention that I may not be quite welcome in Tazavesh.
Oh, really?
But fear not. I have a way I can travel beside you unrecognized. We will meet aboard the ferry.
Alright, and the new quest from the bounty hunter is coins for the ferryman. And he says, your side of the deal is now done, Walker. Now for your payment. My cartel runs a ferry that travels between Orvos and Tazavesh. Its purpose is to transport cargo, but as in all things, there are exceptions. Take this coin to Tamiri, and you will be provided safe passage to the market. What happens after that is up to you. Teoku bows, uttering a sound that almost sounds like a chuckle. So we're going to speak with Tamiri in Orobos.
It was time to return to Orobos. Let's have Mishi take us there.
That's Mishi right there. Okay. Alright, let's go, Mishi.
Passage to Tazavesh was gained at last.
Yes. Now we finally get our peek at Tazavesh. Alright, now we speak with Tamiri.
Tell me what you need, my friend.
What can humble Tamiri do for you?
Come back if you need.
Alright, so new quest from Tamiri is the Veiled Market. Let me guess, Teoku sent you my way, yes? He looks at the coin you offer. So, you seek travel to Tazavesh. Not something we typically offer an outsider, but since payment has been accounted for, it would be my pleasure to assist you. Step aboard, and do remember to keep many appendages inside the craft at all times. The currents of the in-between can be fickle. So we're gonna ride the barge.
Just see me again. It would be my pleasure to
Take me to
A
Tazavesh.
barge capable of traversing the in-between. It is technology such as this that reminds me of the Ethereals, my friend.
Are we there yet?
Alright, here we go. Oh, such a long quest chain. Well, I shouldn't complain too much. This is nothing compared to some of the long quest chains that were part of Burning Legion and Wrath of the Lich King back in the day. Alright, so now we're here.
Al-Dalil was a most curious soul, but he offered a way into the city and a deeper look at the inner workings of Broca culture.
Alright, Zomizal, halt! Only citizens and registered clients are allowed through this entrance. I seek entrance into Tazavesh.
All non-citizens must accept the required customs check. We must tend to a matter of great importance inside. Perhaps an exception can be made? All non-citizens must accept the required customs check. If you insist, customs it is. Follow me, Moorwalker.
Alright.
Not a problem. We will simply follow another plan.
Alright.
Your wish is my desire.
I have another plan.
Al-Dalil would eventually gain entry to Tazavesh and put an end to Solea's scheme. But that is a story for another time.
Yes,
For now, there is another broker of whom we must speak. Her name was Venari.
Ah,
Much
yes.
like Al-Dalil, she worked on her own, and she required our aid. How does today find you?
Alright, so we're skipping past the whole spiel, because at the end of that last quest is when we get the dungeon quest for Tazavesh, and obviously they're not going to make us do the Tazavesh dungeon, thankfully, because this is going to take long enough already, and thank you for those of you that are sticking through this and watching all of this. Let's see, so tell me about Venari. Let's do it. We're in Korthia. Okay.
Have you come to trade or to waste your breath?
Alright, and the new quest from her is Ease of Passage, and she says, Korthia is ripe with opportunity. Look at all of these intriguing objects. In anticipation of such wonders, I have come prepared. Let us find a suitable location and establish a more permanent connection between this place and my refuge. Our work together is not yet finished, so establish a connection between Korthia and Venari's refuge.
I will detain you no longer. We have need of open space, but not too exposed to prying eyes.
I think this is probably right here, I'm guessing.
This will do. Now, Moorwalker, kindly activate the device with a touch of your animal.
Oh, it's that little guy right there. Okay.
It worked. As I knew it would, of course. Oh dear, I seem to have left my bag in that musty cave. Retrieve it for me and we shall depart.
Let Mishi free you from your burdens and make this trip more quickly. Venari was unusual indeed. She resided in the Maw, the darkest, most dangerous part of the realm of death. Still, an alliance was built with her over time. And although it was unlikely she would call anyone friend, those that did her the most favors were the ones most favored in turn.
Alright, here we go.
There you are. I trust my bag isn't too heavy for you. Come along then. We have much to do.
Alright. Lug this damn thing over to
Find
you.
anything of interest, Walker? Will that be all, Walker?
I'll take my bag now if you have a shot.
That's not what you see.
A worthwhile trip has, no, this is the enemy. Alright, a worthwhile trip that has opened so many possibilities. Minari digs through the heavy bag and pulls out a few unusual objects.
Do not draw
Right.
the jailer's eye.
And the new quest is Grab Bag, and she says,
A very profitable effort indeed.
interesting oral sequences and an ethereal cloak. You hang on to those, Belthalion. I have a suspicion they will prove useful. Ah, and something special for me as well, if I'm not mistaken, and I so rarely am. This is a projection mechanism, very handy. And what's this? A transportation device of some kind. We should test it immediately. By we, of course I mean you. So test the transportation device from Venari's bag.
Discover more secrets. Then we can talk. You were transferred, yes?
Yes, indeed.
Interesting. I've made an adjustment to the device to modify the destination coordinates.
There we go. Alright. The Stygia replaced by the runes transferred. Oh. Rolling Stygia. Oh, this is this is a hunt. Alright. Oh, well, I said I don't want to get distracted by other stuff while I'm here.
Followed.
All right. This projector is certainly useful. A safe landing, I perceive.
Return only if you must.
Oh, now we're here for Lorewalking the show again. All right. Thank you for telling me this story.
Eyes open. Always be learning. Greetings. Farewell.
I find it fascinating indeed how much these two races have in common, don't you? All right. And that should complete that chapter at least.
Who is this?
Oh, hello.
An excellent tale, and pertinent. Venari has need of your aid, hero.
Oh, does she now? So we have some more to this tale. Oh, well, strap in, guys. We're still more going on here. All right.
Let's not waste time.
All right. And the name of this guy is Om Rajula. Locust Walker, Telegrus Ranger is the... that is obvious to play on Walker, Texas Ranger. Right there. Nice. Nice. Whoever came up with that in the writer's room, bravo. Nice. All right, I apologize for interrupting your conversation, mortal. But it was your discussion that drew Venari's attention. She hears much, after all, especially when her name is involved. I have been sent with an object for you to deliver to Locust Walker. He is an ethereal that dwells within Telogris Rift. I believe the Void Elves of your world also reside there. There is no need to travel. I will provide a portal to where you must go. Will you assist her in this task? So, deliver Venari's device to Locust Walker in Telogris Rift.
Your assistant, I do not recommend you keep her waiting.
Alright, let's take the rift and head on in. Oh, we have some assassins that need to be taken care of, apparently.
What is that you carry, mortal?
Alright. A delivery from me. This is most curious. Very well, let me have it then. You shall have my thanks for helping fend off the Shadow Guard.
Flesh is fickle.
All right.
Power.
Oh, and this may be the... Okay, this is going to be the final bit now. Okay. So, Locust Walker says, Veni Vidi Vinari. Oh, I like that one. For anyone that knows Veni Vidi Vici. A broker sent you with this device, and they were sent to you by Vinari. This does not bode well, so witness the conversation with Locust Walker.
Oh, as I suspected. The Shadow Guard are after you as well?
There's Vinari.
I have not seen you since the destruction of our world, as I preferred it.
Alright.
Such fangs, Locust Walker. You wound me. Yet unfortunate as it may be, it seems we must work together one last time. Come, we have much to discuss. As for you, my capable courier, return to your storyteller with my thanks.
I guess that's going to be it. That was just us delivering something, and there's a connection between Locust Walker and Vinari.
The
Interesting.
And the brokers both hail from Karesh? Is it possible they were once one people? Oh, fascinating. Although the Ethereals are not the most forthcoming, their history is one of survival in the face of horrors beyond imagining. Their world was destroyed, yet they still managed to thrive. Perhaps one day we will learn more of their story, but for now we must admire their resilience and strive for it ourselves. And now I shall add this final chapter you uncovered to my tale. Thank you, my friend.
Well, you're welcome, Lorewalking.
How does today find you?
Alright. So, Locust Walker and... oh, God, excuse me. Man. So, Locust Walker and Vinari knew each other, are you certain, my friend? It seems my research was not unfounded after all. I sought to expand your knowledge of the Ethereals, but you have expanded mine instead. You have my thanks. That should do it.
Thank you
Yep.
for listening to my tale, friend.
Yes, Lone Walker, Ethereal Wisdom. Alright, there it is. Bada bing! That's our second Lore Walker Odyssey. All about the Ethereals. We got a little recap of what we did with them in Legion and Shadowlands, and a hint of what is to come, because they apparently are all hail from the same place. They're all kind of the same race. Everybody kind of figured that the Ethereals and the brokers had some kind of connections. They are kind of the same build and a very similar character. So there you go. That does it for this video, guys. At long last, we are through with Ethereal Wisdom. The second Lorewalking Odyssey of Lorewalker Cho in Dornegal is now through. Our next video, we will attack the third, which is of course the Lich King, and that'll be probably another long one too. So stack in and get ready, guys, because we're gonna have some fun with that one. I know for sure. We all love Lich King stuff. So thank you once again, one last time. As always, like and subscribe if you have not done so already. Always a pleasure for those of you that stick around with me on my journey going through the story of World of Warcraft, guys. Thanks a bunch, and we will see you on the next one. Ta-ta for now.